All right, C1x Updates, episode 10. Gonna be another shorter video. I was planning on sitting down for like an hour today to work on more deep stats graphics, and got like 5 minutes into it and thought, why am I not recording this? So I think I kind of have it in my head that unless I'm gonna sit down for 2 or 3 hours at a time, it's not worth doing the video, but that's not really the point here. So anywho, let me get my icons back here at the bottom. It's always annoying when that happens. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. So I made some changes, just very briefly. I had ChatGPT open. Trying to refine my direction on these graphics a little bit. Because I can make them really dense, but like I think what actually takes users, what takes the app to the next level in a user's eyes is that it's actually providing actionable information a little bit. We can maybe build some stuff in that's just like sheer density of data, but right now I want this stuff to just be kind of simple and kind of work. So updated these graphics slightly. I guess you can go look at the last video if you want to see how they looked before, but this was all literally in the last 5 minutes. There were some dots here. I changed them to stars, and these now represent the average execution grade for that shot that the user is giving it. We've got fairway, C1, C2, and reg, C1 and regulation percentages. Best and worst are distances. Obviously, they're not quite fitting, so we'll get that fixed. And then this bar here that's empty is going to be hole scoring. So birdies, pars, bogeys, double bogeys. Birdies representing everything under par. Being good. Typically we're not beating birdie on holes. So this is the code for this view just for the shot type. This is not for the heat map down below, but we're going through and updating this. Font size, small text. Let's go. Size is based on constraints, which is great. Let's say I change this to 0.65. It is just best and worst that's changing. I was updating some of the ties for this code, so that's why this is changing, which is great. Best and worst are still not quite there. If I go 3.5, I want to make sure I'm only changing, I am only changing best and worst, which is awesome. That's all I want to be changing. 3.5, too much. Best distance data. Let's see where I'm producing that at. I'm not done updating the ties here either, so we do still have to do this. Like all of these need to be changed, but here we go. If list equals D, if list is empty, return that, else we return list first, list last. Sometimes they're the same. I don't want it. Oh, I didn't mean to accept that. Okay. How do I actually want this to show? All right, let's we'll give these to ChatGPT because this is going to be a pretty easy change, I think. Versions of these two functions, which just take in the list and return the mode of that list. Mode being the instance that occurs the most. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Best distance, worst distance. Right? Oh, underscore. That's fine. Yeah. Right? What were they pulling in before? What did I copy? They need to pull in the same map structure. My couples. Yeah. That looks better. This is fine. Okay, let's save that. Yeah, so now I'm just getting the one distance, and now we can make that size just a little bit bigger. So it's readable. Cool. And now let's go keep updating these arguments. So changing the strings to these labels. I'll go ahead and copy this just so I have it. All right, this is count label. This will be total shots label. Okay. And some of these did have the right label, so I am getting some of the correct information to be shown. But not quite all of it just yet. Value, label, and these all do not matter. All right, and then for colors here we need to have whole colors dot birdie color. Update and use the colors that I'm using throughout the app. Par color, bogey color, and double bogey color. All right, let's do a reset and see how that looks. Okay. So you got one birdie, one par, and two bogeys. Not quite sure how that's... Got 3 birdies and 1 bogey. And this is saying I do think I did a bogey on each of those, but... Let's go... Do I still have my print? I do not. Give me this. Let's run another print here, and we're going to print elemented I. That's keys elemented I. Birdies label. I'm gonna give me a big long printout here, but because my guess is that this is just an issue with how I'm calculating it. It's definitely getting some information passed. Still getting an overflow, which I think is just on the graphic down below. All right, backhand 3 3 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, so this is at least displaying the information it's being passed, which is good. So then the issue is just going to be, how am I calculating it? Is what I'm displaying here actually right? So the goal of this is just whole scoring color when throwing this shot. It'd be nice if it was just shot off the tee. That would probably make a little more sense. So if I come up to here, what am I doing? This is shot types. Here we go, birdie. If deep birdie and shot equals 1. Like if we throw that in there, then all of a sudden we are only showing data for shots off the tee, which I kind of like. I think that makes more sense. Or should it be this argument again? I think it should be, actually. Because this does just make substantially more sense for par 4s and 5s. Like we should be counting on par 4. We should be counting the first and second shot. So yeah, we'll do that. And what I really should do here is we should go is key shot on hole is equal to, and then I want this true, false. Why did we expect to find that? I think that works fine, right? So why does this not work fine? Oh, because of that. Okay. I'm just going to use this. This makes way more sense and will be much easier for me to read down here. So anytime I have this, we're going to replace it. And is key shot on hole. Yeah. Hole. Beautiful. This one should probably be the same. And then we'll go here again. Okay. Now we've got more of that here. This key shot on a hole. Something I should have done the first time through anyways, but good to at least get it down now. And that way, if I ever decide to change my definition on this, I change it once. And it's fine. Okay. And on to flight pass, almost there. Here. Yeah, I do intend, I don't remember if I said it or not, I intend to only go for about an hour today. Got some other stuff I need to do this afternoon and evening. But these graphics were sitting in the back of my mind and bugging me, so I wanted to finish them. Perfect. All right, so let's give that a refresh. And now, yes, is that right? So this is saying I didn't throw a forehand once off the tee. I assume it's right. I guess, easy way to check this. Get rid of these print statements for a second. And then let's go up here. For every shot, print shots, data, whole shot. What does that get me? Give me a clean debug log here. All right. 0-1 backhand, 1-1 backhand, 2-1 overhand, 3-1 backhand, 4-1 other, 5-1 backhand. All right. I only threw one forehand. Really? Backhand, backhand, basket, backhand, basket, overhand, forehand, putting, putting, backhand, putting, other backhand, putt. Okay. So that's giving me the right data. Okay. Good. Just not the numbers I was expecting, but it is it is very clearly working. And honestly, maybe we only look at those shots. Like fairway hit, C2 in reg, C1 in reg, those should definitely all work the same. And they are right now, which is fine. So let's look at these. What is the math on those percentages? Individual card. All right, column, text, shot type, percent, and data. So we're passing the whole map. And how are we determining percent? Count label and total shots label, which makes sense. That's right, because this is throws versus putts. So then I think the point is that I don't want to use total. I don't want to use all shots. I want to use total shots that are not putts. Which this should be fairly easy. So here we're going to go const total throws label is equal to deep stats label total throws. I know that doesn't exist yet, but it will. Shots data, and then here we're going to go total throws label 0. And that'll go there. I'm probably going to want to add that to all of these. So we'll do that. So total shots is throws and putts. I want those percentages to only be throws. Right? I want them to add up to 100%. So we have that. Now if we come down here, total throw count, I update there. That was total throws count. So what if I do a total shot count and then a only throws count? Okay. All right, so this is going to be total shot count. Then way down here, this will be total shot count. And then for only throws, so I need to do it for all shots, but when the shot is not a putt. So how do I determine when the shot is not a putt? Really is just shorter, but it could be shorter for all of those as well. What's a good way to do this? Because like the data down here, like this is a putt and the one above it is a throw. So like, yeah, putting is shorter, but I think because I'm thinking if someone has like shot types and shot distances and release angles disabled, I'm still going to pull the data, right? Let's go look at this. Deep round scorecard. I do not have that file open. It is temp detailed, and how do I set that up? Higher. Temp detailed shot data, 4K in deep stats settings, deep stats labels. It's going to get all of them regardless. Okay. This should make that easy then. So then we're going to go if all shots data whole shot length is less than, let's say 5. Check if it's a putt. Putt should only have 4 arguments. We'll go 6 just to be safe. Length can't be unconditionally accessed. What the heck needs? What needs the condition? Oh. I don't think I love this though. Can I do this? No. What if I put it down here? Make sure it's not equal to null, and then I'll run this. No, we're not continuing. Only throw count. Yeah, and then down here, now that I have that value, we can go shot types map, shot types map.keys.element at I total throws label is equal to total only throws count. So then we're going to sum and make sure we're only getting the total throws. We'll copy these down. Throws, total shots. Okay, so now we have total throws only. Should be calculating that appropriately. In deep stat labels, let's go add that label. Total throws label. Save, save. And then in my shot type graphic down here, this will be total throws label. Perfect. Now let's do a reset. Okay, so not quite working. Why, I wonder? Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Tell me what these are. This overflow is driving me crazy. I've got to fix this just so I can actually get a clean output here. And it's because overhand is not fitting. All right, flight path, graphic, title, label, max lines is 1. All right, get rid of that friggin' overflow and then give me the data that I need. All right, let's swipe. Total is always 7, which is great. 6, 7, 1 out of 7, 1 out of 7, 1 out of 7. Only 7 throws. How many do I count here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 throws. 8 throws, but no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9, right? I have 9 throws, so the total is being calculated incorrectly. Okay. Let's hide this back down a little bit. Let's go down here. Oh, it's because I went the wrong way. This needs to be greater than. So we'll go greater than 5. I was calculating only putts there. Yeah, there we go. Disregard. Disregard. All right. So now we got 33 and 67. Beautiful. All right. Percentages could be smaller. Font size is big number. I like it. I think even a little bit smaller. Let's go 1.6. Yeah. I like that. Excuse me. This is getting better. It's making me happier. What should we tackle next? The percentages are obviously wrong, so that's something to look at. These guys here. Obviously, at some point I'm gonna have to go change colors and fonts and all that, but that's easy to do at the end. Let's go look at these guys. So right now I'm just showing total counts, which is 332. Maybe let's start from the right point here. Let's go for all of my shot types. Let's print fairway hit label. Say no suggestion there. Yeah. Okay. So that is what it's calculating. Okay. So again, it's showing the information that it thinks it's supposed to be showing. And if I go back up here and we print it out again, hole 1 was a par, hole 2 was a birdie, hole 3 was an overhand, so I guess that's a 0. Hole 4 was a backhand, hole 5 was an other, which, I mean, I guess those are 0%, which, so it is showing the right data here. Hole 6 was inside circle 1 for a birdie. Hole 1 was should not be counting as a fairway hit, importantly. Hole 2 is a fairway hit, C1x and reg. Hole 4 should be C2 and reg. Okay, so it is actually showing the right information. Okay, let's comment that out. I will, for right now, go comment these out just to clean up my debug log a little bit, and then I just need to update these percentages. So here, what do I need? What do I need? Total throws label is already based off of tee shots. Those should be as well. I can't quite do that. Turn driving set. Not getting a key here. Label 0 is num. Final denominator is equal to, and what is this going to be equal to? If it's a par 4, this is important. So if it's a par 4, the way I'm setting this up right now, when I'm determining fairway hits, for example, is that it will count twice. It'll count 2 different fairway hits. Yes, it will. So I can just base this off of the total throws then. That makes this easy. Okay. That makes this easy. And then I think I can just do this here. Data. And the label will be deep stats fairway hit label. Yeah. Easy enough, right? All right, give me a refresh there. Total throws is 9. No, that's right. We had 3 fairway hits. Oh, but no. Not total throws. I think I need a count that is also only key throws. This count is going to count every single one of them. Right? Because here I'm already adding count to it. Every single shot. I do. Okay. That's fine. Key shot count label. We'll add this in. So this is going to be counting all of the backhands, forehands, etc. that are only those key shots, which is tee shots on par 3s and second shots on par 4s, third shots on par 5s. Obviously, par 5 still including first and second shots, but first through third shots. Okay, and then to calculate this, all we have to do is go down here, and then we just go if is key shot on hole, key shot count label +1. Yeah. And then we do the same thing for these guys. Update the arguments, release angles map, all release angles values. And flight path map, all flight path values. Key shots, let's go to my labels. We'll create the label for it. Key shot count label, save, and then shot type. This will become key shot count label. Yeah. Right? I think that's right because it was 4 backhand tee shots. 3 were birdie, 1 was a par, and 1 of those birdies was from C2. So yeah, that's good. So now we're showing the right driving stats. Now the only thing left is how do I shorten these cards up. This is the individual card, layout builder, container, edge insets, column, cross-axis alignment, doesn't matter. Sized box, height, expanded. Where? Here, let's just. This widget is set up great with the one exception. There is extra space between the end of the content of the card. Why? Just do that, that's it. Dope. Okay, and so then my issue is just going to be the grid here. Yeah, that's what I just said. Intrinsic height. the heck did that do? Just remove it, yeah. Okay, let's try it. There we go. Love it. I love it. Okay, definitely still not 100% complete, but for at least the shot data, this looks like a really good start. Like there's some appearance things I'd want to change, but I love the way that the data is just laid out on those cards. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, we're going to call it there for today. Very short video, but at least we have these cards working. My plan next is just to do the same thing and tackle these, trying to take a step back and think more about what stats does a user actually want to see. At least with these initial three, I'm going to try and avoid just spamming a ton of data, because the intent is that ultimately just how this screen scrolls down with stats, that this one will be even longer. Like I intend to pack some data into this, but at least for these initial guys, I do want them to be a little bit simpler. And also we did implement it to where the cards don't show. So for me, I don't really throw overhands at all, unless I'm really need to, which at least in the courses in Salt Lake is typically not the case. Other is kind of just a safeguard, but I'm throwing forehands or backhands. If I'm not throwing a forehand or backhand, it's because I'm putting. So ultimately, for me at least, and for a lot of users, these two cards are just going to go away, and you're just going to have the backhand and forehand, which is just fine. So gives more space for everything else. But anywho, this felt like a pretty productive, quick little session there. We'll wrap it up there for the day. And yeah, we'll be back at some point. I might keep plugging away at these graphics in the meantime. But as always, thanks to anybody who finds this after the fact. And if there's anything you want to see in here, any specific features, any comments, any questions, drop it in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. So with that, I'll shut up, and we'll see you in the next one.